If you're being asked the meaning of DIBIA, what would you say? So obviously there are so many misrepresentation of what the DIBIA is. The DIBIA, according to Nollywood, is somebody that wears red clothes, sings incantation, lives in a thatch house, and makes a lot of noise. And not just making a lot of noise, but also performing some mystics amancy. And that is a person, that's the image of who a DIBIA is. Now, when I tell another person that a DIBIA is a man who is actually educated, schooled abroad, came back and decided to answer this cosmic call of Awo and decided to set up office and work for somebody. It's a calling, it's a divine calling. Now, people will look at me as somebody that is being insane, because an educated person can never be a DIBIA. In the Christian mind, or to a Christian Igbo, that is something that they've never experienced, and that is something they have to fear. Now, this Nollywood representation of who a DIBIA is actually eroding the real definition of what a DIBIA is. Now, first of all, the word DIBIA is a connotation of two words. That's D, and the second one is Abia. Now, the word D represents master. The word D is whenever we're trying to talk about like a professor, we're trying to talk about somebody that is an expert in a particular field. That's why we have Dinta, which is a master hunter. We have Diochi, a master palm wine tapper. We have Dibono, that's like husband. Now, this D connotation is just one aspect of what a DIBIA is. Now, the other aspect of it, Abia, means knowledge, master. Now, we can look at this connotation, Dibono, Dinta, Diochi. These are just independent words that we can use, like Igbo words for English words like a palm wine tapper, a hunter. Now, these are professions. Now, a DIBIA, a DIBIA is a master of esoteric knowledge. When you join the two words D and join the second one, Abia, we're now looking at it as master of esoteric knowledge, because we look at DIBIA as people that have access to the cosmic knowledge, access to cosmic informations, and by that virtue, the knowledge that they have is not something ordinary. It's not something we can find in the books. It's something that is coming as by the effect of their profession. So this is why we have DIBIA as masters of esoteric knowledge. Within the DIBIA profession, there is a lot of subcategories that are within it. A DIBIA cannot necessarily be a DIBIA MKPOROGWU, a DIBIA Alpha, a DIBIA Ara, all those kinds of connotations. But rather, under this whole umbrella of DIBIA, there are subcategories, and these subcategories are manifested through the Awo of that individual. For instance, a DIBIA is a general name for a person that has Awo. Now, Awo, we refer to Awo as Agbara Ketere Akonuchi. So when we look at Awo as Agbara Ketere Akonuchi, we have to also understand that you have to know who the kind of DIBIA a person is based on the Awo possession of that individual, or based on the onatology of that person. So that means we have Awo MKPOROGWU, Awo Afa, Awo Ara, and different aspects of even Awon can also. So people that are into science and technology to an extent can be referred to as DIBIA. But the DIBIA that we're going to channel into is based on the Awo that is possessing that individual. Now, based on this whole umbrella and subcategories of DIBIA, which we have a look at people that we look at the DIBIA Alpha, based on the Awo being the hour of diviners. Now, based on Awo MKPOROGWU, these are people that perform root works. Now, they are called them DIBIA MKPOROGWU, and so on and then so forth. The mistake that most of us actually make is trying to translate the word DIBIA to mean native doctor. There is nothing like that. A DIBIA is not a native doctor. Now, the doctor aspect of it, because we try to look at it as a traditional doctor. No, DIBIA is an umbrella name. And by that virtue of umbrella name, we can only have these two subcategories that deals with health or mental afflictions of individuals, which are people that have Awo MKPOROGWU. Now, these kinds of people can perform root works by, getting herbs, mixing two herbs and giving to a person, and that person will get, become healthy by taking those herbal medicines. Now, these are one aspect. Now, the second aspect are people, Awara, people that can perform as physicians, as counselors, as therapists, and psychiatrists, etc. So these are the two major aspects of the DIBIA that has some kind of a doctor-ish connection to them. Now, the rest has nothing to do with medicine. And mind you, a person that is born with an Awo for roots, Awo MKPOROGWU, can basically be a medical doctor by passing through the educational system and becoming a professional doctor or a nurse, a midwife. All these things, they fall under this particular category. But other aspects of Awo and a DIBIA does not allow this, this translation of a DIBIA being a native doctor. So that word there is something that is ineffective and is misrepresenting what the DIBIA is and what the DIBIA institution is all about. Now, an ordinary person cannot necessarily be a DIBIA. DIBIA is something that we Igbo people, we say that a DIBIA is, being a DIBIA is actually a gift from God, gift from Okike. We call it onataluchi. It is not something you learn. It's not something you buy. It's not something you force yourself into. You have to be born with this particular awo for you to be a DIBIA. So I decided to make this, little correction